Boom. There she is. You take that word out of my stream, brother. I'm too old for that shit. Oh, honestly, I just don't really care about that. But oh god, it's so warm in here. Sometimes I'm wondering if I should even wear this during like summer streams. Well, hey, we're here. We are here. Yes. Henry's here. I'm here. Silvervale is here and up there. So, I already checked. We have DJ Cactus. We have DJ Cactus as our first author, and anybody who was here, yeah, it was last weekend, remembers the last one we had of his was 2598, which was the Moth Salesman. I think, Mechanic, you were there when this happened. I think. The little Moth guy, because I did like a little Morse code high-pitched voice acting for that one. And I just finished some of your recent YouTube videos as soon as you started this stream, by the way. Nice. Nice. Oh, this first one is disgusting. My favorite plant position. Okay, hey, let's calm down now. Let's let's calm down. Well, let's get to it, shall we? We do have 18,000 words to read today. I think a little bit more than that. So we will be here for a while. I will be here till at least 1 in the morning, if not 1:30. That musician is DJ Cat. That makes sense. That makes sense. He does have a cool cactus for picture on as his profile here, but it doesn't look like a DJ. It looks more like a general. Which I'm not sure if there is. I'm not sure if there's you know, see, not sure if there's a term for that in the army. We love our cacti. We do indeed love our cacti. All right, guys. Without further ado, get yourself something to eat, get yourself something to drink, get yourself comfortable, because again, we are going to be here for a while today. At least 3.5 hours, if not 4. So, Procreation. That's the title of our first SCP today. And of course, we have another adult content. This other contains adult content, may not be super for our readers. I'm of course going to check first. Features non-consensual sexual acts. Great start. Great start. If you're above, yeah. We told you, yeah. You have. I'm aware you told me. Oh, great. Well, here we go. Side Director's Notice. Due to the graphic details described below, information pertaining to SCP-2610 is on a need-to-know basis, and is currently restricted to level 3/2610 personnel only. Discretion is advised. So it's like SCP-180. I mean, there's a couple non. If you think about it, guys, and this might sound a little bit baked out of my mind. If you think about it, isn't technically every SCP that happens to a human being non-consensual? Like, a lot of the humans don't want to be anomalous. They don't want the anomalous effect, but they, at the end, have it. So, yeah. Let's go on. They're not cool for that. Yeah, no, I remember when I first read that, and it's like, are we cool with it? I was like, no. We're the complete opposite of are we cool. I mean, you know, in a way, I get what you mean. I'm not trying to like soften this up, but I'm just saying, if you think about it, a lot of the anomalous effect that happens to human beings are something they don't want. But except one specific guy, the fucking priest, who's like, I can heal your child, but only partially, and he will get worse. But I will just say that's because that's your fault, you know? You clearly are not thinking of God long enough, or hard enough. So it's your fault your child is actually getting worse, not mine. Piece of shit. Okay, claiming class neutralized. Zeno, what are you doing here? Why did you read this one? I thought you hated the neutralized one. What are you doing here? Spec contain procedures. Dash A, B, C, and D in all instances of E are currently presumed neutralized to the unlikeliness of survival after the events of Incident 2610. UIU Tango described in Addendum 8. Incident UIU Tango. Despite this, Foundation personnel are to monitor for any additional sightings of any incident of SB 2610. Dash A, B, C, and D were the sibling Simon, Armand, Yvette, and Jorge. I'm going to say York Avakian, the latter two of whom were fraternal twins, born 1922, 1929, and possibly 1943, respectively. Footnote here, because no birth records exist for C and D, this date is only an estimate. Did you guys ask how old they are? All four siblings were born to Droman Avakian and Anita Martel of Boston, Massachusetts, USA. Prior to Incident 2610 UIU Tango, Dash A was a well-known medical doctor and self-proclaimed telepath. Okay, so Dash A is telepathic doctor. Dash B was a deckhand employed at the Boston Harbor. And Dash C and D were unemployed. Oh, self-proclaimed telepath, gotcha, yeah, so he's not actually telepathic. He's one of those, like, people like, yeah, I can read minds, come here, let me... And then he's like, no, he looks like a subtle hints at your clothing. It's like, what? Or maybe he's doing, like, the whole thing, like leading you to an answer, you know, like with, like, subconscious, like, messages. Okay, what are you guys saying? Read it before they neutralized it. Stay, we need you here. I was joking, every fortune teller. Through the use of currently... This is gonna be a running joke till I'm like 40, by the way. Every time I see an SCP that's neutralized and if Zeno is still around watching my streams, I'll be like, Zeno, get the fuck out of here. This is not for you, get out. Through the use of currently poorly understood medical techniques developed by Dash A, the siblings conspired and succeeded in altering their genetic makeup in a way that enormously affected the incestuously conceived... Aha. Let me read that again for everybody who didn't understand, because I was reading maybe a little bit fast. The siblings conspired and succeeded in altering their genetic makeup in a way that enormously affected the incestuously conceived offspring. These offspring and the offspring of those offspring were classified as Dash E collectively, and together with their parents, self-described as the firstborn, were classified as the colony by the initial United States Federal Bureau of Investigation, Unusual Incidents Unit UIU. Yeah, I don't think we have to like look at that. It's just like an extra... Yeah, it's just this page, which I think I already saw this once before. Investigators were discovered and led to the neutralization of SCP-2610. Dash E instances were enormously bred to have significantly shorter than natural gestation period and a rapid rate of growth. As a result of these changes and the limited diversity of genetic material between Dash E instances due to severe inbreeding, Dash E instances were genetically human but carried a high number of physical malformations and abnormalities, along with sharply stunted mental faculties. And this is the second time, damn. First ring, then this, you know what? You know what? No, fuck you, neutralizes your SCP. But, yeah, like... At the end, I'm not shy of reading about... I'm not shy of reading or watching a piece of media, like a movie or a book that has this in it. Hell, we watched Game of Thrones. And we watched, like... The first episode, we find out, like, oh, these two siblings are fucking. And we still went on, like we still watched the entire thing, right? Well, I say we as in a lot of us. So I'm not worried about reading about it. But it's fucking gross, okay? It's fucking disgusting. Like, you not only are you doing this, you are raising your children specifically to keep it in the family. You feel me? That is I think that's, like, for me always worse. Like if one sibling couple happens, I'm like, shit, that is awful, but it's a rarity. But if then, like, you find out, like, no, this is a family thing. We've been genetically like trying to teach our children to live like that. I'd be like, you go burn in hell. like There's 9 levels of hell, but I feel like there's gonna be a 10th level afterwards. The entirety of SCP-2610 is believed to have been neutralized by United States Navy fighters at the order of the UIU on November 16, 1971. More information. I wonder, what did the UIU tell the military? It's like, so why do you want us to destroy that family? It's like, the terrorists. Really? What did they do? Just trust me, bro. More information regarding this incident can be found in Addendum 8, Incident UIU Tango Tango. Due to the lack of direct involvement in the case of SCP-2610, all information regarding SCP-2610 has been collected through cooperation between Foundation personnel and UIU agents. Please see the addenda below for official UIU reports pertaining to SCP-2610. And then here we have Droman, Avakian, Anita, Martel, and -A-C-D. The other woman is unidentified. Unidentified. Okay, on the back of the image was written "Whore of His Deliverance" in black ink. Jesus. Okay. So I assume it was supposed to be like over here that it was written. I wonder who these people actually are in real life, though. Not in the SCP world, but who are they in real life? Like, I wonder if like these characters ask like a group of people like, "Hey, can I just take a photo?" Addendum 1. Background and discovery. -A, B, C, and D were all born near Boston, Massachusetts. Their father, Droman Avakian, was a laborer in the area. Much of their extended family lived either in Iran, paternal, or France, maternal. Little information about the family is available prior to the birth of -A, though immigration forms do confirm that a D. Avakian traveled to New York from Morocco in 1911. -A was born on January 16, 1922, at the West Boston Military Medical Center, now defunct. From a young age, -A expressed a variety of anomalous traits, specifically a self-described telepathy. -A wrote extensively about this in several journals recovered after incident UIU Tango Tango, but there was an excerpt from one of those journals. Also, maybe he was a real... I mean, it would make sense if he was a real telepath in this world. It is not so much that I feel the feelings of those around me, like the common empath, but more that I can see the images and hear the impulses of every person, man and woman. Why did he write woman like that? Who I can reach out to with my mind. The cacophony that was once the nightmare of my youth has, in experience, turned into a most curious and valuable tool. Years later, -A described an event that is referenced several times elsewhere in the text and was seen as being of great importance to the subject. It was then that I reached out with my own mind to the person on the table and, sensing the emptiness in theirs, put myself within it. Like a shade had been pulled from over my face. Suddenly, I could see with other eyes, hear with other ears. Indeed, I saw and heard myself staring down at myself, mouth agape with wonder. Now, Casabon was a champion for like telling me that like SCP-2314 was not missed half of the audio from my side, and so I'm getting flashbacks to them because that's also like, you know, seeing from somebody else's perspective, like being able to see from somebody else's eyes. But the lobotomy is not so simple or without risk that it could be administered to the number that my thoughts imagine without notice. As what would happen were I to find myself together with another conscious, should the patient recover, I cannot say. Better would be, I think, should the subject be birthed with no consciousness at all, a completely virgin mind. I don't like how he described that. I don't like the insinuation behind that sentence. Random public domain images, I think he's sexist, or maybe this is early language. Imagine like, can I use my pictures you have, I need them for stuff. So I would argue, Zeno, that's early language because, you know, 1920s it was not like very... 1920s and 40s were not, you know, respectable to women at all. Like, of course, there are exceptions, and there's like some societal rules where like women are still being respected in that aspect. But you know, it's still the 1940s where men are like the ones like, I'm the breadwinner. You have to do what I say. So, yeah. Man, this guy's a loser. But again, I don't like how he says a completely virgin mind. That makes me worried. That makes me worried. that makes it sound like he found a drug, you know? You know what I mean? Like I think like he's getting addicted to the idea of a blank consciousness. Of Dash B, little is noted in any records aside from a birth record, also from the West Boston Military Medical Center, and an employment file with the Carrier Shipping Company in 1945, which included a fingerprint and vehicle registration. Of note, Dash B is mentioned only once in Dash A's journal, where it is referenced that Dash B sexually assaulted an unnamed immigrant woman near the shipyards, which necessitated the lobotomy performed by Dash A. What the hell? Okay, hold on. We haven't.
What the hell is this?
Thank you, Dante. Because what the fuck? In the previous passage as a cover. So not only did the sibling sexually assault a person, but then the older brother has... which necessitated the lobotomy performed by Dash. I mean, he's willing to commit incest or whatever else he does wouldn't surprise me. Oh yeah, they had to go. Yeah, absolutely. Like, these are like, yeah, these are criminals with anomalous powers, basically. Like, you don't want them to. This is a moment where like, hey, this is not okay. We should not keep them around. We should not. Okay, here we have a Dash B on left, image date unknown. So, Dash B on left. So this is supposed to be Dash B right here. Okay. I can see the reason why they had to go, yeah. Absolutely. I wonder if like... Do you guys think the ethics ethics committee had to be like, hey guys, these are horrible people. We should not keep them in the Foundation. Or do you think everybody in the Foundation was like, ew, they're gross. Shoot them now. Or do you think that like a couple of researchers like, no. We have to do some experiments first. Dash C and D are not mentioned in the birth records or citizenship records. Aside from reference in Dash A journals, including a handful of photographs and UIU records indicating that their involvement, there is no outside evidence of their existence whatsoever. In March of 1959, Dash A was arrested on charges of illegal medical practices on minors. This guy did everything. This guy just went crazy. Though Dash A was able to settle with the victims for an undisclosed amount, Dash A withdrew from the medical field. Oh yeah, because he's a doctor. No further mention of Dash A or its siblings is known until incident UIU Tango 15. Okay. I hope it's the second one. Yeah, I hope so too, dude. Addendum 2, incident UIU Tango 11. So there's multiple Tango incidents with these guys. The following information was gathered from UIU incident logs. UIU incident log Tango 1-1. Agent designation Cyprus. Date. Oops, I almost clicked on the Gambare button. I almost did this. Gambare. Which would not be good. No Gambare to the incestual psychopaths, okay? Don't do that. Police report filed November 12, 1965. Breaking at W15 Street. 4 individuals at large. Indeterminate sex. 3 persons killed. Heavily resistant to weapon fire. Capable of moving at high speed. Inhumanly strong. Escape with 4 large trucks of cattle feed. Described as grotesque. Be advised, highly dangerous. Oh, fucking great. This is the Justice League gone wrong. This is basically if the Justice League were absolutely horrendous people. I haven't watched The Boys yet. So I can't say. I just know that Homeland is a piece of shit. A very like arrogant, self-centered, narcissistic piece of shit. That's all I know. But I would not be surprised if this is in the world of The Boys. If this happens there. Unit investigators. Don't spoil, please. Investigators became involved after Bureau was contacted. Subjects were described as roughly 6 feet tall and vaguely human, with a number of obvious and grotesque physical malformations, such as missing or additional limbs, eyes, ears, etc. Collapsed rib cages or extruded stomachs, large growths across the body, did not succumb to weapon fire, and moved quickly but jarringly on still or broken limbs. Did not attempt to communicate, 3 people within the storehouse identified as and were found dead at the scene. All individuals showed signs of violence, including another severe trauma. Fingerprints gathered from the scene, but did not match any known suspects. Investigation is ongoing. Did they just give birth to like a bunch of superhumans? I think the SCP Foundation knew that SCP-2610 was disturbing and didn't want to interfere with this SCP. Let's see. Would you like some words with these? Would you like some words with these? Those redacts? No, I don't think so. I think I can... Given the fact that we know what -A does in their free time, I think we can put some picture together that it is not pretty what happened in that farmhouse. Okay, Addendum 3. Excerpt from recovered journal. Access Addendum. Here we go. Oh, Angel. Hey, we will get to there eventually. The following excerpt was taken from a journal belonging to -A in collaboration with agents from the UIU. He has more... This guy was busy writing. Last night... I'm gonna give it a bit more of a deranged voice now. Last night you know what? Last night I was visited by an angel. As she just slipped into my room, I felt the warmth of her around me, and I opened my eyes to take her in her beauty. Her flesh rippled and tore, and light shined through the cracks like the sun. She reached out to me, held me in her many arms, and set herself inside of me. As she entered my body, I heard her whisper to me words sent from the Lord. My pen does not do justice to her voice, but I wrote nonetheless. Soft and silent child of God, for you have been chosen to lead his people and create for him a new Eden. Though your seed will his nation be built, and the seed of your brothers will fertilize its fields. He has provided to you the whore of deliverance. In your own blood she is born. Her womb will open for your seed and the seed of your offspring, and their seed upon their seed until the earth is made anew in his image. Then she produced from within me a vial of liquid, both glorious and putrid, and told me how to use it to create the seed of his new Eden. As she removed herself from within me, I climaxed, and she said to me, "Truly this is the last of your seed that should be spilled without purpose, for now it is given new purpose." Then she was gone, and I was filled with his voice. The voice that will guide my hand on this page and write the New Testament of creation. Even now, I can feel his words inside me, washing away the sins that once colored my mind. My whole life's work has been for this. It must be. The Lord gave me this sight so that I might lead his people to his new Eden. All the struggle will finally be worth the suffering. Addendum 4. This journal was giving me a worrying feeling for some reason. Oh, you think that some angel came to him and was like, and basically came inside him, and he was feeling sexually erotic by that, and the angel said, "Hey, you are God's chosen one. You have to make love to your siblings, because only that way you will have the true image of God on this earth." And as the angel left, he orgasmed and then was like, "I will do this without a doubt. I will not stop till his mission will be fulfilled." Maybe that has put you at unease. Maybe. I could be wrong. The sins will color your mind. Also, I know that SCP is a future one, but that is not a good angel. Yeah, you think? Addendum 4, incident UIU Tango 15. UIU incident log Tango 1 -1 By the way, Mechanic, I'm not making fun of you, but I'm adding to the joke. Don't you worry. Agent designation Ulysses. Date Another theft of a large quantity of livestock feed. A shipment of cattle feed bound for East Carolina was ransacked last night. 5 dog hands are dead. Same type of wounds as the ones at the storehouse. Officers responding to the scene did manage to disable one of the fleeing vehicles. The subjects within fled the scene, but the vehicle was recovered and identified as belonging to A. Avakian, a dog hand from Boston whose fingerprints were recognized as also being from the previous scene. Records on file show he has not been employed with the Caviar Group for several months. During a chase with one of the vehicles, one of the human-like creatures described in the previous incident report leaped from within the trailer onto a pursuing squad car and assaulted the officer within. One officer was killed, the other, the driver, managed to crash the vehicle into a nearby embankment, totaling it. The officer managed to escape while the creature which was pinned below the vehicle perished. Yeah, okay. If the Foundation read all this and was not like, we have to get rid of them, then I'm sorry, Foundation, you have... I already know you have a screw loose, I already know that. But if you didn't read all this and think like, we gotta get rid of them, then I'm really highly concerned, okay? I knew what you meant, no worries. That's a true bro right there. From a Swiss person to a Swedish person, brofist, brother, brofist. Addendum 5. Excerpt from a covered journal. Oh god, is there more from... Oh god, there's more journaling. The following excerpt was taken from a journal belonging to Dash A in collaboration with agents from the UIU. Well, back to... You know what? I'll take a sip of water. Because to act crazy, my throat needs to work. The seeding has begun in earnest. Our sister was hesitant, but she too was visited by the angel of the Lord. But a week passed, and her eyes were opened, and her room was made ready for the colony of New Eden. She now awaits us every night, prepared to receive the seed. The tears of my sin that the angel drew from within me are miraculous. When served with holy wine to a male host, the seed of that host plants itself within the womb with such tenacity. Then the offspring grows within the host with a great speed, while the mother is nourished only by the power of God and its agents here on earth. And what viral children are born from this union, ready themselves to give and receive the seed in their own station. The tears follow through the generations, and each gestation is as swift and fruitless as the last. My sister, the whore of his deliverance, has already produced for me as a son. I don't like how my voice is out there with those words, by the way. I have named him Ezekiel, and he will be the champion of the whole world. Even now, I can hear my brother delivering upon her as well. The colony grows stronger every day. Soon, the daughters will be strong enough to take seed of their own and produce more children. The Lord has spoken to me and has said, be fruitful and multiply, for the earth is mine through you. The Lord has prepared my side to lead our children, and I will prepare my mind for him when he arrives. Oh, oh boy. Addendum 6, Instant UIU Tango 18. Okay, so the Tango 18 is like -1-8, makes sense. Agent designation Grenada, 8, 1970. On 1970, after a tip from agents embedded within local utilities companies, unit agents moved on the abandoned Packaging Corporation warehouse. Got my eye. Despite the structure being empty for more than 30 years, it has recently begun to draw power from nearby lines. It's probably the home now, isn't it? Additionally, an automobile registered to 1 H. Rutherford, which was confirmed as being sold to 1 Simon Avakian 5 years prior, was seen at the site. You know, I might not be so wrong with that. The UIU just told the military it's a bunch of terrorists, because like, or it's like a cult that is slowly slowly planning some terroristic acts. Because if you think about it, it is a little bit of a cult, isn't it? It is a tiny bit of a cult. It's an ancestral cult. Who have now bought a whole ass block for themselves to live in and causes chaos. That is probably enough reason for the military to be like, okay, blow up the place. As you read this journal, I can see why the SCP Foundation got rid of this SCP. Yeah, absolutely. The more I read, the more I'm like, I'm glad they got rid of it. This is the first neutralized where Zeno is like, okay, you know what, guys, maybe neutralized is worth it. Maybe sometimes you could just go on neutralized an anomaly, you know what? Agent initially found the warehouse empty, but sounds from below led the group to an operational lift located in the northwest corner of the main level. The agent descended to a third basement level via the lift, and then to another basement level by stairs before encountering graphical details expunged. It probably was some horrendous sex dungeon. I'll tell you right now. Of the 13 agents who entered the warehouse, only 4 escaped to a local FBI stronghouse. Yeah, we now know that they are like superhuman as well. So the details of the incident are described below. God, there's so much. DJ Gax, this is a good one, but god damn, brother, you had to write this much? So this angel told him to do incest so that his super strong children run around like rabid dogs and kill people and assault them, and that's in Eden. Yeah, exactly, something like that. To be fair, the US military also has an anomalous division, so they could have told that division, although I think that the UI hadn't been written by this point. We'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. So we have Agent Rico, Carter, and Baxter, so we have 3 voices here. Alright, we're recording now. Wait, actually, let me give him the... let me give Rico the Stallone. Alright, we're recording now. Try it again. Speak here. Fuck the fucking recorder, Mark. Are we calling the central? They're getting them on the line right now, Cooper. We gotta record this though, so help me here. I already told you. Are they on the fucking phone? Cooper? Fine. We got down to the second, third, whatever. One of the basements at the place. You could smell before you heard it, and you hear it from a floor or 2 up. Oh god. we come around the corner, and there are, I don't know, Mark, 200? 4? More than I could count quickly. What were they? They weren't fucking people. I don't know, they looked like people, but more just flesh. Everywhere, just flesh. It was some kind of orgy. They were all fucking each other, and there were eyes and arms and hair and teeth everywhere. Place where it shouldn't fucking be, and... Calm down, Cooper. Calm down. They fucking rallied and pulled Yates into a dozen pieces. His arms and... Fuck, man. I don't know how I got out there. Oh god, Nate. Oh god, Nate was screaming the whole time. And they just tore into him, and my eyes, I have something in it right now. God damn, come on. Come on, eye, don't do this to me now. Did you see any humans in there? Just one guy, but was doing the same fucking thing. Did you identify this man? Produces images of Dash B. That's the... Christ, Rico, that's the fucking guy. Alright, we just got word from Central, we're torching the place. At the conclusion of this interview, UIU forces proceeded to launch an attack on the warehouse. While the structure was completely demolished, no remains were recovered from the debris. Signs of habitation confirmed the presence of some kind of activity, but no additional information was recovered from the site. Specifically, significant quantities of human waste. Okay, no. Addendum 7, except from recovered journal. More journaling, great! Give this man some amnestics and yeah, Carter, he's like, please just let me forget everything. Because, you know what, give me like the strongest. Give me amnestic Z. Just let me forget my whole life. The following excerpt was taken from a journal belonging to Dash A in a collab. Isn't like Z like the strongest one where you also kind of become like a vegetable? Just like... just brain dead. The following excerpt was taken from a journal belonging to Dash A in collaboration with H. Again, okay. The colony grows. My sister, the whore, has given birth to so many of our holy children. Even now she lays in ecstasy at the thought of serving the Lord. Her daughters have become the vessels for the seed of her sons, and the daughters of their sons. Their work continues. However, my youngest brother has resisted the call of our Lord, and even now attempts to conspire against us. Oh, thank fuck, one of them is normal. I am so disappointed. I had hoped that he would move on past his initial reluctance, and he seemed so eager to serve when he first delivered his seed. He's the closest blood with the whore of his deliverance, and that bond should be the strongest. And yet, no, but fuck off. And yet now he speaks of morality and sin. What sin is there to serve the Lord? It is of no consequence. I was visited by the angel again last night, and as she took me once more, she spoke to me in the size of our God. For our colony to spread across the world and bring God closer to us. The Lord desires the sacrifice of one of us firstborn. The angel spoke and forbade the desecration of myself, the Godhead, my brother the sower, and my sister the whore. All that remains is the younger. His blood will fertilize the field of our covenant. His meat shall satisfy the children. I will enter the mind of Ezekiel tonight and take my brother one last time in service to our Lord. Then I will feed him to our children. The colony grows. I think he needs more than that, to be honest. That is amnestic, not. That is a amnestic and not. That's true. Yeah, true. Addendum 8, Incident UIU Tango Tango. Here we go, guys. Burn the whole place. Designation Kilroy. Date 1971. On November 14th, 1971, Bureau agents received word that a cross-country locomotive carrying animal feed had been attacked and overwhelmed, and that the assailants had boarded the train and were en route to the west coast. Agents across the country were mobilized to stop the train's progress. Early attempts on the east coast did little to slow the advance, as any organized group drawing within 100 yards of the locomotive were quickly overtaken by hordes of -E instances emerging from the cars. Imagine you trying to like stop a train, and next thing you know, like this like multiple like flesh blobs just come out and just like attack you. Attempts were made to halt the vehicle using explosives, but were similarly fruitless, as -E instances would quickly throw the bodies on top of any incendiary placed on the track. God. Fucking damn, dude. While additional attempts were being made to slow the first train, the Central confirmed reports of 2 more trains similarly bound for the west coast, both of which had also been hijacked. One of these trains was only reported after it had come to stop to take in additional fuel near the town of Pennsylvania. Reportedly, over 1,000 of the humanoid creatures descended on a local high school football game too. Graphic details expunged. Casualties reached within the hour. Yeah. Listen, not only do we have a bunch of victims already, now we have like this like hordes. Fucking hordes of -Es. Just attacking anything that they see. When it became clear that the situation was getting out of hand, UIU Central contacted agents at the SCP Foundation. Okay, now we have the SCP Foundation officially being involved. In an attempt to reinforce the already hamstrung UIU forces. Local military units were likewise activated and dispatched towards the path of the oncoming colony trains. This must have been like an all-out war. We have the UIU, US military, and the Foundation just fighting against ancestral flesh mounts. That is like... Foundation personnel moved quickly to the town of Kentucky, where a 4th train would be passing through. Utilizing technology gathered from Redacted, disabling the entity's ability to communicate with Simon Abakian. The ensuing panic resulted in the entities losing control of the locomotive and crashing near a train yard. Unable to fight back or defend themselves, the entity were dispatched by Foundation incendiary teams. Attack of the Incest Monsters 30C. That could be a Goosebumps book. The Predator Attack of the Disturbing Incest. Yeah. Honestly, just do like a Hills of Eyes. It's just Hills of Eyes, man. Because not like they were already abnormal. They were radioactive ancestral families living in the middle of the desert. Like. Over the next day, UIU and SCP team continued to try and halve the advance of the remaining locomotives with minimum civilian casualties, all with little success. On November 16th, all remaining trains, 6 in total, reached the Naval port at Long Beach, CA, and quickly overwhelmed the assembled UIU and Foundation personnel waiting there. The entities then boarded 3 waiting oil tanker ships. Against an oncoming storm, the 3 vessels turned west and set sail. Numbers at that time estimated to be over 12,000. $12,000? Yeah, I can see. Okay, listen. This was not. Okay, I think, Zeno, we can now officially say the Foundation did not ever think about trying to contain one of these fuckers and experiment with them. The moment you read there's 12,000 of these things, you're like, nah. Get rid of them. That is no way they would have kept any of them alive. We already saw what happened with only like 5 of them. Maybe like 8. 12,000? Nah, dude. That one Foundation intern, so this happens like every day. Yeah. 12,000-E's. God damn. The vessels were pursued, and no, I also imagine they don't sound human either. You know what I mean? Like they're human-esque, not even humanoid, human-esque. So I imagine almost when they fall against them, you just hear like some unnatural like coming out of their mouths instead of any like words. The vessels were pursued by US Coast Guard ships until the storm was deemed too dangerous to pursue in. As part of the last-ditch effort to stop the advance of the colony westward, UIU Central requested US Navy F-14 jets to be scrambled and eliminate the ships. At 20:28 o'clock PST, USN pilots confirmed hits on all 3 vessels. This isn't doing justice work anymore, it's pest control. It basically is. And I honestly would say the same thing. It's like this is like this is like a hardcore like a very hardcore version of locusts coming over, and you just have to like, hey, we can't just with locusts you cannot do anything because there's so many of them that you just have to like, you just gotta accept that happens. But with this you have to fight back, otherwise you're dead. Aftermath and final report. In the aftermath of Incident Tango Tango, the bodies of no fewer than 1,200 humanoid entities were pulled from the sea and incinerated. The rest were presumed neutralized. Presumed? There ain't no presumption here to be made, brothers. You best be 100%, 200%, 500% certain none of them are alive anymore. What do you mean presumed neutralized? Go out there and make sure. And later submersible examination confirmed the deaths of the remaining entities. However, despite thorough efforts to locate them, neither Simon, Armand, or Yvette Avakin were ever found in the wreckage. Oh no. On July 15th, 1979, a request was made to close the case of UIU 15511 Colony. On July 19th, 1979, a request to close the case of UIU 15511 the Colony was denied. Addendum 9, excerpt from recovered journals. Access addendum. Have you ever seen every movie ever? Make sure that well, I mean, probably not in in the in the 70s. Like sadly, the whole idea of monsters coming back from being killed is less common. So no, they have not seen every movie ever. The idea of double tapping did not exist in the 70s. Oh my god. Kill every one of them. Just do it. Okay. The following action was taken from a job belonging to Dash A in collaboration with the... Okay. On our arcs, we will lead our colony to Eden. With God's blessing, we will multiply across the earth. Blessed is he who makes the flesh in the name of the Father. Blessed is he who is one of flesh with the Lord. Blessed is he who sows the seed of deliverance. Praise unto you, O God, who has seen fit to bless our bodies with thine own flesh. On the 4 arcs, we will be delivered to his new Eden. The birthing streams of the whole will announce our arrival. And for our new Eden, we will sow the flesh of our Lord across the earth. Dash C dead unknown. I feel bad for the sister. You know what's crazy? Like, this woman's, I would say, is actually kind of attractive, but like, of course, the real life woman, that has nothing to do with this fucking SCP stuff, is attractive. But imagine, imagine if this is actually the Dash C who just thousands, hundreds. Note the words "What are we doing?" are written on the back of this page. The handwriting does not match that of Dash C, Dash A. Good fucking question. Yeah, what are we doing? I think that's supposed to be Dash D, because Dash D is the only one that came to his to their senses, right? They're like, hey, guys, what the hell is going on? Oh my lord. Fucking hell, that was crazy. DJ Cactus, that was good. It was good, but god damn, what DJ Cactus, what were you smoking? Again, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
What the hell is this?
But it is good. It is a good what the hell is this? So yeah, the Foundation never really got a chance to secure and contain this SCP. The UIU were like basically kept an eye on it, realized it was getting out of hand, tried to kill it, couldn't do it themselves. Called the Foundation. Foundation got all the information. Was like, yeah, hell no, get rid of it. And then well, again, presumed to be neutralized. And you didn't find the bodies of the 3 main people who caused all this? Brother, search the world! What the hell are you doing? But this procreation started as a dream I had after a bad out of wings, then kind of took on a life of its own. DJ Cactus, oh, yeah, his articles are pretty good. You know, DJ Cactus, I can kind of see that you had like that happened as a dream. I can kind of see that, because dreams are fucking wild. But what kind of wings did you eat, brother? Like, did you get like food poisoning afterwards? Like, what happened? So, mechanic, I would not say that this is similar to 1800. I would say this is even crazier, because with 1800 you have to activate it. The activation effect is horrendous. But these are people who are willingly doing all this, you know? Except Dash D. Dash D basically was like, guys, this is fucking insane. Like, we should not be doing this. This is not normal. Which doesn't help that like everybody in his family is basically not normal. And I'm not talking about like in the head mentally or anything like that. I'm talking about anomalous wise, right? They're all like superhuman. Want SCP to start the stream with? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing when I was reading it. I was like, what a start. At least, you know, 1800 has the decency of like, you have to activate me. then I'll ruin your life. It could have been worse. Like the "Are we cool yet?" group could have just been like, anybody who walks in the vicinity does that, starts to like assault each other. They could have done that, and then that would have been even worse. But they were at least like, hey, you gotta throw a coin in that bitch first, okay? Don't worry about everything else. Whew. What a start, guys. And that was like a 50-minute read too. God damn. Okay, let's get to the next one. We have 9 more to go.